手合わせ。 And we are live. Yeah, we are live. Hello, everyone. In these recent past years, there's been many discussions between students to teachers and teachers to students on whether video games are any good for your well-being. And to hello, everyone. I'm Morgan Ardama, your host. And today, in this Tea During Quarantine talk show, we would like to talk about students and teachers' perspective. Today, we as guests, we have Justrene and Sir Miko. You may introduce yourselves.
So I'll start first, I guess. My name is Justrene, as said before. My class is uh, 9-1, yeah, 9-1. And I play games a lot. I was born at a very young age. I was born here, I'm Indonesian. And yeah, that's just about me. I'm a normal, regular human being.
Hey guys, I'm also a normal, regular human being. You can call me Miko, Mr. Miko, whatever. I'm one of the teachers at ISES teaching visual arts, which is super fun. And occasionally, when I'm not realizing it, I play video games. And yeah, looking forward to our discussion today. Thank you for having us, Morgan.
Thank you for coming to this talk show. So let's just start. Okay, so first, just general questions first. Do you play any video games, and what are
So I play Genshin Impact, R-Knights, a lot of Nintendo games, but I don't remember all of them, so I'll just leave it at that.
Fair. I must say, one of my friends got me interested in Genshin Impact, and at the time I didn't have a device I could play it, so I was like, getting all like, oh, wow, this is amazing, because I couldn't play it myself. And then I finally changed devices and got it, and I'm like, actually, this is really fun. So yeah, I've been whittling away my hours playing that. Bit of Minecraft, and like a few other iPhone games, but mostly Genshin Impact in the last 2 weeks.
And for me, I probably play most on Strike Global Offensive, and also a lot of times Among Us with my friends. And that's it.
Among the three of us.
Can't forget that.
How long do you spend each day playing these video games? And usually during what time? After school, at night, or
That would be from anywhere from 1 hour to 9 hours.
oh.
9 hours. World record.
Some of my friends play more, so
It sounds like 9 hours. It's like you've somehow set yourself up to play the video game while you're sleeping or something like that. So you go to sleep at 10 o'clock at night. You play games in your sleep for 9 hours. Like, is there some kind of interface on the back of your head or something that I can't see? Or?
I play games while studying, I guess. But shout out to everyone. Everyone I know who's watching this. I know you spend more than 9 hours watching this. 9 hours playing games. So yeah, shame on you.
Well, if you think about it, life is like a game. So don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But so it's like we all play 24 hours a day. So
Sir.
Yes. It depends. On the weekends, I might I typically have one day off a week where I'm just like, I don't talk to anyone, I don't do anything, I just chill out. And on that day, I might play for half a day. And then during the week, I might, at 11 o'clock at night, I might squeeze in 1 hour or something like that, a couple of days a week. But yeah, man, when holidays come, it's a different story. But yeah, working full time is doesn't leave much room for extra games.
Sacrifice sleep.
As for me, I will play a good during the weekdays, during school days, probably 4 to 3 hours. Before or after the tasks and assignments and everything. Weekends, I might spend 12 hours. I mean, I have nothing to do all day. Fine.
You guys find
to do?
Do you guys find it's when your time, you just lose track of time when you're playing games? Is it just me, or do you guys find that too?
I just there's story quest, right? And sometimes, for me at least, I get absorbed to that quest and everything. I'm like, oh wait, it has been 3 hours. I have to
Mm-mm.
do this. Wait, I need to continue playing this games. But yeah, sometimes I do get absorbed.
I finished all the story quests in the game, so I kind of forgot that feeling, but I just go dungeon, so I don't really lose track of time.
Fair, fair. Maybe it's just me then. I like if I don't have like 4 alarms on my phone to just remind me that it's that my like that I need to do something else, then before I know it, I'll be like, why are there birds singing?
Yes. And for
Sweet.
has video games been beneficial to you in any way, and how?
Hmm. What do you reckon,
Well,
Justin?
there are games that I know have been really, really beneficial. Like, here's a question: anyone here plays Animal Crossing?
Heard of it. I did not play.
Like, I'm not rich enough
That
to have a
thing
console.
is that thing is a mental stress relief. Basically, you just own a whole island. You can do anything with it. You can trap the villagers. They will never ever leave your side. So it's really stress relieving. That's one thing that I really like with video games.
Maybe I'm a bit old school, but I used to play Harvest Moon back like this was like before you guys were born, literally. Like I'm so old. But it was the same kind of concept as Animal Crossing, like build a farm. And I know what you mean. Like it's just so relieving, isn't it? To just like if there's just a crazy busy world outside, to be able to just change realities, and then yeah, I find something that's very therapeutic like that. I
I've
agree.
played 2 Harvest Moon games actually.
What's that game? Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
um,
what was it? That was such an old game. I played it all the time when I was like something.
You guys were like there in the womb in the rahim playing video games already.
in the womb, yeah. It was like from 2001, I think.
Before
Hmm.
we were born. That's for me. Yeah, I think my answer would be the same. As for me, video games has been beneficial, especially for stress relieving, especially during this time of HPL. Tasks and assignments from school has just been piling up, and yeah, video games has been a way as an escape from those source of stresses, which helps me calm myself down before actually facing those, which is very beneficial in my case.
Another good thing that you can get from video games is like the socializing you can get. Because especially now in home-based learning, like you don't meet your friends often, you don't have a reason to talk to them. So you play games together, it's like the one thing you can do to socialize. Because
Mm.
if you're just calling each other and you have nothing to talk about, it's also kind of awkward. So video games really helps with that aspect at least.
Yeah, so true. Um, have you guys ever played VR before, like with Roblox or other kind of VR environment games?
It makes me
Nope.
dizzy, so no.
Okay, doesn't really matter because it's pretty similar. But like, I think it's like being able to meet people in digital environments like that, like in a 3D world. Like Among Us is another thing because it's more just like chat and 2D. But like if you can meet someone in a 3D world, I don't know, there's something like that. It feels like you can actually really enjoy and do community together, just like Justrene was saying. So yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah.
3D sounds terrifying.
And that
Have
actually
you?
also relates to Go.
Oh,
As
good,
CSGO
good.
is a multiplayer, you also play with Indonesians, but you also play with people around the country. Fan from to know what people of those country are like, which to me is very interesting and clearly beneficial, and which
Oh.
just
Mm.
increases your not only people of your area but also to people around the world. It's very cool.
Some regions have more hardcore gamers than others. So whenever I see people from that specific region, I panic because they're gonna destroy me. And yeah,
But if your teammate has a Chinese name, okay, you're safe. They're all
yeah,
good.
you're
I
safe.
mean,
You're safe.
uh, yeah, I've never actually played a video game where I'm playing like online multiplayer and with other people that I can like chat on headcoms or work with. I don't know. I personally don't feel safe doing that level of multiplayer. Maybe it's just me, but like the idea of meeting people who have their own identity, like they've created a facade of who they are. You don't know if they're like a guy or a girl. You don't know if if what their intentions are. I don't know. It's maybe one day I'll play a multiplayer game, but I just haven't got into it yet. So
I actually started playing CS:GO. I'm like, wait, what? You're actually talking to people now through internet, and that was 7, and that was like a very in-your-face event to me. As I put my headset on, and there's just there was 10 people talking at the same time in chat, and I was such a culture shock to me. But then, for me, I played those multiplayer games in which you communicate with one another through game chat for like already 3 years now, and you actually get used to it. And when you get used to it, you learn a lot from it, actually.
Have you ever? Oh, go.
Oh, wait, because like from my observation, Indonesians tend to talk more than other people. Because like if I play on other servers, it's like so quiet, and if I play in the Indonesian server, everyone's just talking. Like play the game, just don't talk. You know?
Are they giving like adverts like Tokopedia sale is on now? Bang bang bang. Morgan, have you ever had an experience where you're like, I don't know, have you ever had a bad experience talking to someone online through a game like that? Like, where people have said mean things or whatever?
Been lots of positive things, but there surely is negative things. So usually, in the CS, I'll talk about CS:GO, right? So oftentimes when a game ends, there's these positive people. They say, "Good game, well played. That was a fun game." And then there's these other side of people. Hey, easy game, not even trying, and decreases your mood down. And not only in the end of the game, also with your teammate. When you're playing badly, and you're not. Some of your teammates who is higher ranked than you, they would say like, "You're so bad. Yeah, uninstall the game. Stop playing. You're so bad." And yeah, that
That's
happens.
inevitable, yeah.
I don't know, but some early gamers will take that to the heart. But like some real hardcore gamers will they're probably already immune to it. At least for me, I'm like immune to it. It's like so someone says get good. I'm like, and then I reply, "Oh yeah, I know. Okay."
Yeah,
That's mostly why I play I always play a support or something instead of a main DPS. Like for example, I'll take Genshin Impact. When we play dungeons, I would always choose a Venti because you can't say bad things about Venti because all Venti does is ult and you can't mess that up. So immune to toxic stuff.
yeah. It feels like there's. Oh, go on, Morgan.
Yeah, so,
Yeah,
okay,
it feels like if we're playing with people we know in real life, then it's like there's safe, like there's trust there. But that idea of like playing with strangers, it's I don't know. It's like we have to have a bit of a thick skin, guard our hearts as well. Yeah.
There are no rules online, so strangers are bound to be braver in when it comes to being toxic. So yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah,
those are the negative things. So much of the positive things, the positive actions that actually people do during these games. But yeah, they'll have negative things happening.
Yeah. I don't think that's a reason to stop playing games, but more just like, okay, this is something we need to just keep track on. Hey, be aware that bad things can happen. Yeah.
But I guess it's at least a good practice at the future because even if it's not online at the future, there's going to be people that are going to say bad things about you. So if you're kind of immune to it from a gamer environment, then you also be immune to them, right? Because you're already used to it. So that's kind of a good thing, actually, a bit.
Right.
Oh, interesting.
There's always a positive side of things.
Although, in that sense, then, what do you think? Like, what do you think happens if we spend too long in that kind of environment? If it's
Oh,
yeah, because it is valid. Like, yeah, you do get that's like you'd build up more of a tough skin, but at what cost? Yeah.
Would you like to answer that, Morgan?
Uh, hard question.
Let's just leave it as a rhetorical question then.
So we've been talking about the multiplayer games about people saying negative and positive things. But have you actually made a friend during these multiplayer games, either your teammate or opponent?
Mm, yes, but rarely.
Okay, I'll share my personal story.
Yeah,
So
please
I
do.
think this
Morgan
when
Story Corner.
2019 it was I was playing CS:GO with my friend Justin of year 9 too, and he was also Indonesian in CS:GO. He was our teammate, so he was talking through voice chat. I was like, "Hey, I know that accent," and so yeah, naturally we became friends. We friend requested one another, and we played a few games, 1 to 2 months. He was very positive, cheerful, joyful guy. He said positive things, and but we played only for like 1 to 2 months until he got banned because he hacked like 3 times. He had 3 alt accounts, so he hacked this one. He got banned. He uses another account.
Hey,
And did that for.
Hi.
I mean, that's the game.
In my personal story this time, I was playing like an online game or something. I forgot what it's called. But then it's like a game where you cannot add someone as a friend because it's like temporary. But that time I met someone. He's from North Macedonia, from the capital Skopje, if you know where that is.
Not a clue. It's on Earth though, yeah, somewhere on Earth. That's my
Somewhere
final guess.
in North Macedonia, the capital city is Skopje. Like he's from there, and I talked to him for several hours. It was kind of fun, but I couldn't meet him again.
Ah,
Cool.
I didn't know North Macedonia existed until that day.
So it does exist. It's like it is a real place, yeah.
It is
I
a
gotta
real
Google
place.
it. Okay. My geography needs work. Good thing I'm not a geography teacher.
another story. I think it was like 4 when I was like 9 or 10 years old. Craft, and I was playing this type of game, which is called. It was on the server, and some of you may know about it. It's Skyblock, where basically you build a world with very limited resources. So I think we were. I don't know how we met. I forgot, but we just met out of nowhere. But we just met. He was from Jordan.
Jordan.
I've never actually Jordan. Yes,
Oh,
very
wow.
deserted.
Wow.
And yeah,
Ah.
I think it was like one whole year. But with one another through Discord or WhatsApp or anything. We just talk through Minecraft. We just happen to be on always there. Like when I'm online too. And now he's gone. I don't know where he is.
Yeah, like Justrene said before, like being able to meet people online is so much more like for a video game is so much more easy compared to like just like having a Gmeet, like a Zoom chat or something. So it's actually a great environment to meet people from other sides of the world. And yeah, it's like it's a lot easier than what it used to be. When I was, I think it was back in like 2002. Literally, I was like 8 years old. Okay, a bit older. I was like 10, 12 years old. And I was just getting into gaming. So like I spent all my money on like this new gaming PC and went down to the local game shop. And we had like a LAN, like there was like a LAN function. So we all like got our Ethernet computer, like Ethernet ports and like plugged in and started playing games together. And that was like my first experience of like meeting strangers and playing games with them. That's like you're physically in the same room as them, and it's just like, "Hi, my name is," and I'm still like just super awkward. So, yeah, you got your generation is luckier.
Yeah. Because like at least like the system matches it automatically and you have a reason to interact with each other. So you do it's like you have to interact with each other. You can't not, so it's not awkward, I guess.
And you also discuss about when you're playing video games. Because if you suddenly call someone out of the blue, you don't necessarily have a topic in mind that will continue all along. But when you're actually playing video games, you always have a topic to discuss, which really
True.
your
That's
relation.
it.
That's what I think.
Do you guys, what do you guys reckon about like beyond this beyond us here, like as like the general community? Do you think there's a lot of like people that end up in bad situations through the people they've met online? Like, people that are like, I don't know, bullying them or like harassing them or like worse than
That
that. What do you guys reckon?
Because online it's very easy to remove a friend. So as long as you don't reveal private information, I think it's really safe. Especially.
but in CS:GO, it happens a lot. So the CS:GO matchmaking, there's matchmaking, right? There's ranks and everything. So the good players plays with the good players. The bad players play with the bad players. The starters with starters. But that's also so sometimes the early players, the big players, suddenly gets matched up with good people, and then in the end, that starters don't actually play as well, which then the their better teammates actually trash talk to him. So like, hey, can you just leave the game? You're bringing us down, which actually brings the mental state and the mood of that starter really to the low, which I think is the worst kind of toxicness.
Yeah. Toxic people everywhere.
There's like a story I have from when I played Mobile Legends. So I was playing a tank and I was about to get a maniac, and this mage just stole it from in front of me and he trashed talked me because I almost got a maniac. Like it was almost a world record and he stole it. I'm so like stressed because of that.
Yeah, I had a similar experience. Before there was Mobile Legends, there was a game called Vainglory. I'm not sure if it's still around much now. But yeah, same principle. And like I would always choose that one character that would take all the kills. Like the final. Yeah, like
Reaper, the
yeah.
Reapers.
And so like every time I played multiplayer on that, like everyone was like, "Wow, you got like you helped made us win." And then like a few people caught on to what I was doing and just like realized I was being super dodgy and just like stealing all their wins. And they're like, "Ah." So yeah, I've been that toxic person.
I wouldn't say that's toxic. I'm saying that's taking advantage, but it's not always a bad trait.
Debatable, yeah. Mm.
Talking about
Uh,
people we met online, and so I would like to relate that to the quote that's said by teachers and parents. Internet friends are not real friends. What do you think about this statement?
mm. I've thought a lot about like what would how like if I have kids later, because I'm like married and everything. Jokes. If I have kids later, like how will I interact with the whole like online gaming thing? Because I've had the same concern, like had like they're going out into the world. It's like letting your kid walk down the street to a different city, for example. Like who are they going to meet? And so yeah, I've been thinking a lot about that, and I'm feeling like if there's good communication between parents and kids and like being able to talk through like what like an open conversation about it, just like what's the good things, what's the risks, what's like who to look out for, who are the strangers not to take candy from, like that kind of thing. Like then I feel there's room for like it's yeah, I feel a bit more safe if there's that kind of level of openness. But as far as making friends, I don't know. I sort of lean to disagree with it. I don't think you can make real friends through online gaming until you meet the person. Maybe a FaceTime or something like that. I don't know. What do you guys reckon there?
Like from what I think, people who play video games, especially like teenagers and kids, they don't have a reason to hide their true personality. If you know what I mean. It's not like Discord. It's not a business meeting, so they don't have to act to be nice. Because why do you need to, right? So, from what I think, mostly people who play video games casually, most of their true thing emotions are inside because they have no reason to hide it. Though.
When you're playing video games, you actually instantly, without you realize your personality and what you truly are. And for me, to my answer to that, I really do think that internet friends are actually real friends. Yes, you're not meeting face to face, but I think the actions done person to another is 100% real. As when you're playing video games, you're definitely more open. You don't actually have to think about, oh, I have to act nice, I have to show my social stuff, things like that. You just actually show your true personality, in which you can help other people, or you can actually talk trash to other people. It varies. But the actions done from one person to another during the games is actually very real. That's what I think. And you help each other out. That's what I think. Not directly, as in face to face, but I think helping each other out doesn't need to mean that you share your food, you help carry this person's books to this place. That, but I think this is what I think. All right, helping each other out means in this game is working together well, supporting one another so that you can actually win the game and things related to that. At least
A mutual relationship.
Symbiosis. Yeah, they're both parties benefit.
But like for internet friends,
And it's like it's there has to be that element of truth. Like, are we actually knowing that who they are to us is actually true? And so it's like, because like the internet, people can be whoever they want to be. Yeah, it's so hard to define that. Yeah, it's so hard to like actually figure out if they're being true or not. So yeah. But you do hear of like people like getting, being friends online and then they meet up in real life and like have friendships for like 20 years or something like that. That thing happens too. So I think it can become true friendship
online. So
find like post in Instagram or anywhere else where like people play together, online friends, online gamers play together for like 10 years and then they finally meet up after like 11, 12, which is very interesting. And there are people that actually made true friends that last for years and in which they actually meet up in the end. But yeah,
the
all
easiest
of those things.
time to meet up is during a convention, for example. But the problem is there isn't a lot of gaming conventions, so you can't meet up gamers. But if you're like in a Discord and an anime server and you guys are going to the same anime convention, it's very easy to meet up, right?
Yeah.
Nah, I think that's when real community happens. Yeah, like where it becomes long lasting and not just a temporary thing. If you're not playing the game, then it disappears. Yeah.
And for the next, this is getting and give an example.
Mentally, like I've never been in a bad mental situation before, so I can't really differentiate the effects of video game on it. So
As for me, I think I should explain mine. Like I explained earlier, it helped me calm myself down from the stress from school. But like, throughout my days, I actually often you can actually get confused once in a while about what to do, and video games have helped me escape from those times of confusion and stress. Helps me forget about them first and calm myself down first before actually facing reality and face those stress and confusion again. But I think it's a positive thing, as when you're facing something calmly without rushing or anything, I think you'll get a better result in comparison to something with the mindset, I just have to do this, I have to finish this. I think it will make a contrast in differences and result.
Yeah, interesting. That's good. For me, like I think it depends the state and the reason why I'm playing video games to begin with. Like if I'm had a crazy busy day and I start playing video games just to get my headspace out of work, then like it's really good because like playing Genshin Impact or something, you have tasks, you have achievements, you get endorphins every time you like tick a box and like get rewards, and so it's very satisfying in that sense. Chemical endorphins going bang bang bang, having a party in our brains. But there's times when like I'm having a bad day, and then if I play video games to escape from the busyness, then I find like if I'm playing video games to run away from something, then that for me is when I start to spiral, or like it gets dangerous, and I'm just focusing on like I'm running away from the problem in real life and trying to just satisfy my need to fulfill something through the video game. So it's like there's been times when I'm like had that in like that scenario where like life is going crazy, and so I run away to play video games for a few hours, and before I know it, like I get really engaged in it, and it sort of spirals me that it's so at times I've had to just stop myself, delete the game, and just like being like, okay, I need to just get a grasp and like face reality. So it's been both good and bad for my mental health, depending on the situation.
For me, at least, like when I'm like tired from stress and stuff, I wouldn't go to video games because I feel like I still have to play the video game itself. When I'm stressed, I prefer not to be doing anything at all. So I'll just be paralyzed in bed. So for entertainment, I watch stuff,
Wow.
because it's more relaxing to watch stuff than play games for me.
Yeah, true.
For me, video games has been an escape, right? But I don't see it in a sense of negative. Yes, sometimes it can be negative, but I don't know. It might be different for us. But when I'm actually escaping from the stress and work, I escape that and go to games to calm myself down. I think for me it's a positive thing. Different perspectives.
It's good. Yeah, I feel like video games are just like anything else. Like they're like a book can be used for good or for evil. Like the book can be thrown to hit a seagull, or it can be used to be read. So it's like anything in life. It's just a tool, and depending on how we approach it, can be produce good stuff or bad stuff. So yeah. Although I wouldn't say that for Grand Theft Auto. That game is just makes me sad every single time I play.
Way too brutal.
Yeah, I can't stand games which force you to take bad choices. Like your options are robbing the bank or robbing the car. Like I want to get a full-time working job and pay my taxes as a citizen in this game. Why can't I do that? So I don't know. I have a maybe I'm venting it, but I can't stand games where they force you into ethical choices in to play the game. Have you guys experienced that?
I've never played a game like that because it's never a choice, it's always a direction, mostly. So you can switch directions anytime, and none of them are bad, mostly.
Yeah, most of the games I play, it's mostly your decision if you would like to do something good or bad. Mostly.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing that can shape our character as well. Like as we play video games, we're faced with these choices which we may not get in real life. And yeah, I don't know. For me, it forces me to like, how do I live out my character? Yeah.
So mainly, our discussion been leaning on the positive side of video games. Yes, there's been negative side, but I would like to hear, what do you think are the negative effects of video games that has really affected you in real life?
Um, Negative side of video game.
Yeah, I think we've already covered a few of them in our discussion. We've sort of popped on here and there to it.
Time would mostly be the worst thing that happens in a video game because it's no matter how you look at it, it's a way to waste time, and so, not everyone has time to waste time.
I actually agree. Sometimes you work that video game in which you forget about. It's already 12 p.m. You have a test tomorrow, and yeah, those are the negative effects.
Yeah, that's it. I think if it's I think a lot of the negativity depends on the game itself. Like there is how we manage it and how we manage our lives, like you guys have mentioned, and to do that, I found that like setting timers on my phone has been really helpful. But like, yeah, if we're playing, like, there's some games which just like feel like the purpose of the game is to celebrate violence or celebrate gore or celebrate like, yeah, just things that don't bring life. And so for me, like a lot of these open world games, like it's a different thing. But when there's story based games or other games where it's like negatively inclined, I feel like that's like it's in a form of like something our soul is consuming, which can actually destroy us from the inside. So I'm quite careful with what games I play as a result of that.
That actually wraps up our quote unquote questions. But I'd like to have trivia games, right? So I'd like to ask these trivia games. Each question will result in 2 points, 2 house points. But Sir Miko, you're not a PCT or junior high.
No.
So only my house gets the points.
The stakes are high.
The ones watching in YouTube, you also can play along and answer the question in the YouTube live chat. So yeah, so let's start with the first question. By the way, these questions are more to guesses, educated guesses, you could say. So yeah, at least a bit easier. First question. Let's start easy. Out of the 3 games that's incredibly popular during this time of quarantine, guys, Among Us and Genshin Impact, which game has the most players of all time by 2020?
What was the first game?
The game All Guys, Among Us, and Genshin Impact.
I'm gonna say Among Us.
Same Among Us. Fall Guys fell down.
Correct.
All right, correct. The answer is Among Us with 58 worldwide. But that's not the only thing. 60 million players are online each day. That's more than half players playing each day.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
In my game launcher, there's actually a tracker of how many people play that game. So I saw the difference between the Genshin players and the Among Us players, and it was a really big difference. So that's how I knew.
Genshin Impact. Most of the people who play Genshin Impact are basically people who watch anime and things like that. At least that's what I think.
Pretty much.
Moving on to the second question. Now, out of the 3 games, which I guess you can say kind of old games, but still new games that people continue to play, Minecraft, Roblox, and Fortnite. Which game has the most players of all time?
Minecraft.
I'm gonna guess Fortnite.
All right, the answer is Fortnite.
Hey!
Fortnite. I was researching this. I was shocked. Minecraft's not leading.
What?
Minecraft's not leading?
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's been wow.
And that was just a lucky guess on my part. Yeah.
Third question, okay? Now estimate how many players play PUBG Mobile. As currently, lots of people play PUBG Mobile, especially for Southeast Asia. So estimate how many people play PUBG Mobile as of the closest wins.
On a daily basis or like in total?
All time.
I'm gonna guess 440 million. Wait, that's too much. That's like 10% of the population.
I'm guessing 70 million.
Okay, I'm gonna guess 120 million. How about that? Okay.
70 and 120.
A lot of games, yeah. The answer is 555 million players.
What?
Wait, what? Like that's 1/16 of the world. That's 1/14 of the world population.
That's like
everyone in. That's like literally.
I think that's Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's more than the Indonesian population. Wow.
Yeah.
That's scary. Well, the Tante is playing PUBG Mobile as well. Then you go to the village, the local neneknya juga main.
All right. Rank the as for game setup. So, famous gaming brands: Logitech, Razer, and Corsair. Easy question. All right, okay. Logitech, Razer, and Corsair. Rank these from most sales to least.
What? Corsair? What's that?
Yeah, what is Corsair?
No,
I'm guessing
Corsair.
that's number 3. That's that's the last one then.
So rank these from 1, 2nd, and 3rd.
Logitech, Razer, and Corsair. Hmm.
Oh, these are.
I'm gonna say Logitech first, just because it's been around for a while, and then Razer.
Really, Razer made games.
Oh, you guys don't know Corsair, yeah. The answer is Logitech with 2.8 billion, and second Corsair with 1 billion, higher than Razer. And third is Razer with 820 million. Razer is last. Researching this, and I was also shocked. I knew Corsair was a brand, but I didn't see booming that much. But
Wow.
at least Corsair,
I thought Razer
quite-
produced mouses and keyboards.
yeah, but selling enough.
I should start buying shares in this company.
What are some of the games they have?
Huh?
What are some of the games they have, the more famous ones?
I don't know, yeah. But I thought Razer was leading, but apparently not. Apparently, not much people buy Razer.
I
For
know
me, my
Logitech is leading, that's one thing. Because it's the only one I know, at least.
I've used Razer before. I kind of understand this because I've used Razer before, and the app they use is not necessarily that good. It just apparently the product itself. The product is working. Then you have to connect that product to the Razer app, which then connects to your computer, which is such a hassle.
Okay.
And the program, if the app is not working well, your your Razer thing won't work. Because
Oh, no.
it's really bad.
It's all about design. It's all about the design.
Now, for the last question, right? So Justin got 2 right. And no, 1 correct answer. And
That's
Sir
a
Miko,
lot.
he got 1 also. So now for the 5th and final.
Just
Estimate
decide it.
how many gamers there are around the globe of 2020.
Wait, say it again. How many gamers are there around the world?
Are there around the globe? SD.
As of 2020. As a collateral.
Yeah, everything.
I'm gonna say 2.8 billion.
I'll say 3 billion.
Okay, I'll say
You-
2.9999 billion.
Okay.
The answer is 2.7 billion.
Wow.
Oh.
Very close.
2.999 and 3 billion is not much of a difference, so
I'm pretty sure I'm still in the lead, even if it's just by 1. That's like all of China, like the entire population of China being gamers.
I'll make my mom a gamer and there'll be 1 more, and that makes a big difference.
Yes, we have to start a revolution. Get all of our like tanta playing video games from now.
You go to pasar and then like Mbak boleh beli ini satu apa daun bawang, bentar ini lagi main Mobile Legend bentar.
Shame we don't have that.
That ends for the trivia games. Justin, you got 1 correct answer, and Sir Miko, you got 3 correct answer. as well.
Wow, that last one
Wow.
doubled up to 3. My.
It was so close.
But you got 2 house points, and Sir Miko, you don't get any house points.
I just get street cred. That's right. Yeah.
And that ends up this talk show. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Sir Jin, for being guest for this talk show. It has been a heated discussion. There's lots of things I learned, and that I'm surely all the viewers also learned from this talk show. Thank you for coming, viewers and guests. And we'll see you next month or in where we'll hold another talk show. Thank
Thank you
for
for having me. Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.